Hi guys, it's Dana Richardson,
Dylan Schumacher.
Citadel Defense. So today we're talking about open carry again and the deterrent factor. And this conversation comes into play after a permit class we just had a couple Saturdays ago. And we told our students about the open carry Saturday, which we follow.
Just religiously. It's a high holy
religiously.
day.
It is over here at Citadel. So, and a lot of them were interested in that, but in particular we had one woman at our class who said she planned and had planned coming into the class to open carry every day. So that kind of brings the question of deterrence into play. What do you think about that?
So I just thought this was interesting because, Daniel and I are middle-class white guys, and so obviously we tend to see life through that lens, right? And here was a chick who was in our class who's a black woman who lives in a rougher part of town.
All by herself.
Who'd been robbed twice, I think. And now she was coming to get her gun to defend herself because she didn't want that to happen again. And I thought it was interesting that she had thought that she'd made the conclusion or the leap to, I'm going to open carry as a deterrent factor, right?
Do you think that was a decision she carefully thought out, or do you think it was even just instinctual?
I don't know. Yeah, my guess is probably instinctual. I mean, I don't know. I'd be curious if we can ever get her in here to quiz her if she had like a well thought out process.
Yeah.
But I think it's just instinctual because obviously at that point, concealing isn't going to do her any good. Right? Because she's already been robbed twice. So if she conceals her gun and then gets robbed a third time, like, yes, okay, now she has a tool to defend herself, which is good. We approve of that. But it's not going to necessarily stop it before it starts. And in her mind, she's thinking, well, I'm just going to roll open because I've already been robbed twice, and maybe this will stop a third time. Now,
I think it says something, too, just about the nature of criminals, and they prey on the weak, right? So they'll pick on anyone they think that they can easily overwhelm. And this lady knew that by open carrying, they would see that and be deterred because she's not a weak person anymore.
Yeah. So I'd be really curious to see if we can get her in here in like 6 months or 12 months or something like that and follow up. Because I would really like to hear more about her experience with that. But I just think that's super interesting. That here's this person from a totally different background, totally different life that's going on, totally different part of town, and she's come to the conclusion that open carry is going to be a deterrent factor for her. Now, whether or not it is, you can argue on the internet all day long. That's fine. But I just think it's interesting that here's this concrete experience where she's thinking, I've been robbed twice. I don't want to be robbed a third time. Maybe if they knew I had a gun, they wouldn't try. So I just think that's interesting. And again, I think about that. You got to think outside your own lens a lot. And this was one of those experiences for me. And
I have no doubt that she wouldn't be afraid to use it at all. But I also got the sense from her that she thought that carrying was going to be enough to stop crime from happening against her.
And it won't be. We all know that. Look, I'm not saying if you open carry a gun, it's going to ward off all evil. Okay, we believe in situational awareness. Don't look like a target. Pay attention to what's going on. Just having a gun won't do anything. But I think open carrying could be a factor for some people, and I think it's.
I would absolutely agree. And there's this whole argument out there between is it better to have the element of surprise, or to deter crime? Which one leads more to your advantage? And there's just no way to really measure that we have these days.
I think that if I had to pick between one of those, I'd pick I don't want to get robbed in the first place. Right? Now, whether or not open carry does the deterrence, I think that's the argument.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because we have one of our friends who used to open carry and he fell off the bandwagon. God rest his soul. And he said it's a tactical decision, right? Because he wants to surprise him, and that's fine. Whatever. I don't care. I'm just saying if it does deter, well, I'd take that, right? If I just knew I was never going to get robbed anyway, well, I'd pick that over having to actually get my gun out now and shoot somebody.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all I got too.
Okay, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Come shoot guns with us. We're going to do a handgun class here in a little less than a month, and we're super excited about it. And do brave deeds and endure.